Hey, everybody. How are you all doing? It's a lovely Thursday. It's May 4th. May the 4th be with you and so on. I hope none of you bought that Yoda shitcoin. Apparently, that was a complete rug. I don't know about you guys, but I'm seeing these people make thousands, if not hundreds, if not millions of dollars on shitcoins. And it is kind of blowing my mind. Why can't we make Top Shot shitcoins and get rich? Can somebody figure that out? Somebody ask Roham about that. How can we do a Top Shot shitcoin that somehow gets us all rich? Someone's going to figure it out. But anyway, how's everybody doing? It's been a couple eventful days in the last couple days. We saw these redemption moments that are doing well for certain teams and not so much for others. We've seen in-app packs. By a show of hands, who here bought in-app packs? I gotta admit, I got a little tingle. I felt a little tingle. It's been a long time since Top Shot gives me the tingles. Last time I had that tingle was when I got my pack and ripped a Patty Mills S1. What a payoff. And this time I got that tingle because it was like in-app pack only. Like, holy shit. Then you see the pack, $3 for 3 moments, and you have 11% chance at a rare. And one of those rares could be Jason Tatum or De'Aaron Fox. It's like, holy shit. So I bought 3 of them. I got Kaka. And then I was like, wait a second. I'm not going to buy anymore. So I tapped out after 3. But what was so smart about that, and exactly. I almost fell for Stan Love's phishing attack. We could talk about the phishing attack if you guys really want to. But let me see. I'm going to catch up on the whole chat today. That's my promise. I'm not going to let any chat go by the wayside. That's probably also because we have a cozy little group here today. But Top Shot Hot Chat, it's amazing that Tandy does his stream from a submarine. I know. You want me to change? You like it when I'm underwater? We can. I guess that kind of makes sense, right? When you're in NFTs, you're pretty much underwater. Should we get some Celtics green? How about that? Well, it keeps changing. But hand, I like it. I got a little tinkle, Will. I absolutely did. And Daniel bought one $3 pack. Poker Pro Eric is asking if Dapper Lab should partner with Peppy Coin. Airplane Mode is here. Poker Pro Eric with the froggies. But yeah, I got the tingle because it was just exciting. And it seemed like a nice deal. $3 for 3 moments, and one could be a rare. So that's why I bought a few of them. Had really bad luck, per usual. And The reason, though, why I thought that was a big deal, I know Stan Love was calling me out. It's like, what? How does this help the platform? It's not actually about the collectors. It's not. The fact is that it's a really smart move by Dapper Labs, to be honest. If we're gonna be simps for a moment, um, it's about Dapper Labs because a whole bunch of people just put money in from a credit card. Where up until this point, a whole lot of people were not putting any new money into this platform. Not only that, but also the fact that there's creating a little bit of hype, even if it's just a tiny tinkle like I had. If enough other people have that same little tinkle and they want to use that app, that's good. Any little bit of hype is something when we're talking about a platform where a lot of stuff that we were used to be hyped about doesn't really have the hype. And now the hype is sort of segmented. The hype is segmented inside of redemptions and this playoff thing that's going on. And also it's segmented inside this app that NBA Top Shot has put out for a limited time only, by the way. That's something I don't quite understand. Any marketing minds in here want to tell me why apps get released for a limited time only? That's probably also to entice a little bit of tingle. Boston Base is saying, tap that app. When Treaticus does this, he says, tap that app. And he makes a movement like this where he like cups his hands. We're going to need an explanation behind that movement, Treaticus. Why, when you say tap that app, are you putting your hands right under your chin with your hands cupped up? Okay. What are you cupping when you do that? Is that just kind of something you do, or are you like cupping something? I don't know. Poker Pro Eric says that tingle is probably why Top Shot, Hot Shot, favorite person, the former attorney, bought like 50 packs yesterday on the app and then locker room packs. Oh, I didn't realize that the judgy bought 50 packs yesterday. Anyone who's still here, who's still chilling out in this room, you're definitely only Tans, but you're also super stans. And I'm not talking Stan Loves, you're super stans of NBA Top Shot. Because it doesn't matter that the new moments that are coming out are $1 and not liquid. Doesn't matter that rares out of this $3 pack are $10. None of that matters because you like the platform and you like the story around this platform. I mean, that's what I like because there's no other NFT, there's no other anything, no other community, no other website, forum, anything where we get to enjoy this shit show at times, drama at times. It's like a Brazilian soap opera. And you get to just enjoy it. And it's also kind of like watching a startup. You see the ups and you see the downs, and you get to look behind the curtain and see who is involved at this organization. And you get to DM them on Twitter and they reply to you on Twitter. And that's what's fun. Rovian said that that's a grab. That's a cup. That cup was a grab. Let's see what else we got here. Shane says Judge will be opening up packs on his deathbed. That is probably true. Thank goodness he stopped streaming as much as he was, because then he would be on that deathbed sooner. I think Judge made a wonderful decision to stop streaming so much, because that means he's going to not die. That's what I feel about that. So you know what? Something that I thought was fun is to take a look at the redemption prices. I don't know if you guys have looked at that recently, but a lot of us are excited about this redemption thing. And we talked about it last week with Steve and all the birds in his backyard, or his family in-laws' backyard. And I know you guys enjoy listening to those birds. And the Kraken. And Green Curry is here. Hello, Green Curry. And we talked about redemptions, and redemptions are really interesting, and they are bringing a new approach to creating supply on the platform where players that do well are benefited and not hurt by more supply. And, more supply doesn't end up hurting the player, right? Because it's less and less. It's a total cap around how many moments get released for that player, etc. And we were talking about that. And I also threw out that comment that, like, well, if they could just figure out how to apply this to the regular season, that would be incredible. But I was thinking about it, and I'm actually completely unsure how that could ever happen. Because what could you possibly do? I think Steve may have given some kind of a hypothesis, like, oh, you have 10,000 mint count of a player, and you can like release some at a time, and I guess you can redeem depending on the moments, and if there's more moments. Well, actually, I guess the more I talk about it, the more that does make some sense. I don't know how it would work with pack drops, though. I guess you just keep on releasing certain redemptions. I don't know. If they could figure that out, though, that would be pretty damn cool. I guess I just said basically nothing. So let's go take a look at Own the Moment real quick. And let's take a look at these redemptions because I do find them interesting. So we're here on Own the Moment. They got a lot going on, by the way, on Own the Moment, don't they? They got Top Shot all day, Rainmakers Pro, Hoops, Rumble, TOC, Madness, Jolly Jokers, and they got content. They got a lot going on. These guys knew how to diversify. You got to hand it to Own the Moment. They're not like a bunch of people like myself. We just said, you know what? I'll cover Top Shot and that's it. And they were like, well, actually, no, we're going to start releasing our own products, create clowns that people are going to use as their profile pictures. So anyway, if you look at this, first of all, the part that doesn't make as much sense, maybe, is the fact that these great players who get eliminated in the first round are worth poo-poo. I mean, it makes sense, and it doesn't make sense at the same time. As a game piece, they're worthless. As a collectible of one of the best players in the league, in theory, they shouldn't be so worthless. But anyway, let's look. The low ask, the top of the low ask is LeBron James. $56 for a LeBron James. Now, that's something I'm having trouble understanding. And chat, help me out here if you understand this. So I suppose you could make the argument that the Lakers have a path to the finals. Possible. I mean, they are up 1-0 on the Golden State Warriors. But if that's the case, then shouldn't the other items also be worth more? Davis and the wild card. Those should be like if LeBron is the highest price. So is it because not only is it the collectible side and the game piece side, the two sides are like working together, and that's why it's worth more money? Is it also because this is potentially LeBron James' last shot at the playoffs? Possibly. I don't know if I'd bet that, though, honestly. And you got to hand it, by the way, to the Lakers management for being able to put together a team that is doing this well. I got to admit, I was shocked. I mean, you can go back and look at our previews in the preseason about the Lakers and in the beginning of the season when they couldn't get their shit together and they looked terrible, and then they make that midseason trade. I mean, obviously Anthony Davis playing well, and their pickups in the midseason were huge. But I gotta admit, I'm very surprised that they made it as far as they have, and the fact that they went and beat the Warriors in game 1. I'm shocked, and I feel like there's actually a chance they could beat the Warriors. I couldn't imagine myself saying that before. And there you go. We got Poker Pro Eric saying that the Lakers are going to win the West. So Stan Love saying Steph was $49 before game 1, $30 after. But he's $40 again, though. So I guess his value went back up. Then you got Jokic, Tatum. So does this mean that people think that the Lakers are the favorites to win the championship? I mean, that can't be right. Or that the Warriors are? Yeah, I suppose you can make that argument, but that also doesn't sound right. They're down 0-1. Jokic, I can understand. Of course, Tatum, I can understand. But this whole game of like, you play, it's almost like the shitcoin game. It's like you got to play these, you got to kind of know when to jump off. Some people playing this game may not understand it, may not know when to jump off. And then all of a sudden they end up holding like a Kawhi Leonard. And it's $3. But it's interesting because, for example, if we look at, I don't know, let's choose a player. If we look at, well, Steph Curry might be a good example, because if we look at Steph Curry about what happened with him against the Kings. So he starts at $20, $19. And then they start losing and he goes all the way down to $9. And then right here they beat the Kings and he's $25 and he's climbing. He peaks at 50 They lose to the Lakers. He's back down to 36, and now he's settling in at 40. But the question is, if they lose another game to the Lakers, then I imagine that that's going to take quite a hit, won't it? I mean, if we go back and we look at players from the Suns, we got to go back down. See, Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is currently at $14. His peak was right at the drop 20, 22. He's kind of stayed around that number. Dropped down all the way to 10, and now he's creeping his way back up. So it is interesting. It's interesting. I like the fact that their values go up and down depending on how they're actually playing. That's nice to see. But it is a little confusing in terms of, is this player doing well because there's some collectible value to him? Or is he doing well because it's a game piece? Because then you look at LeBron as the top priced item, and that doesn't really make sense to me. So let's see who we are missing here. Green Curry says, it would be cool if we did that supply idea, but it would make things complicated. Poker Pro says, only less than 120,000 Bruce Browns in a series. Top Shot Hot Shot said, that's why we love you. And Poker Pro says, we don't need redemptions in the regular season. We just need to stop minting parallels like crazy. Wait, so Poker Pro, are you trying to tell me that you don't like it when you log into the website and you see 5 of the same moment in a row? I would agree. That is a bad user experience. They need to get rid of parallels, or at least, I don't even know anymore. I mean, the Liquid Explosion ones at least hold a little bit of value. But yeah, I mean, overall, it's the same story we've been saying for the last nearly 2 years. It's just too much of this shit. There's not enough people to buy it. There's too much of it. Slow your road, Roham. Let's give him a little Roham drop. Roham, slow your road.
Roham.
Yeah. So Tandy Man, the Tandy NFTs wants a Tandy rant. Emrod thinks the Lakers are going to win in 6. Do you guys think the Lakers are going to beat the Warriors, by the way? Like, would you put money on it? I wonder what those odds are right now. Let's see what else we got in here. LeBron and Curry have the highest upside, says Jared. Embiid has the lowest upside. Which one is a Pepe coin? Great question. Tandy NFTs, LeBron is like Bitcoin, so that's why he's the highest price. Is that what you're saying? And Jules makes a great point, which is that this would be so much more fun with just twice the amount of users. I know, right? Will we get there? Will we get there? I mean, if Pepe can go to the moon, can't we get more users on NBA Top Shot? The problem is, though, there needs to be hype. Pepe is literally a shit coin. It's a meme coin. It makes no sense. I saw someone make this whole thread about Pepe and how it's like a marketing channel for people, which I didn't understand whatsoever. You put money into Pepe. How does that? What? That's a marketing channel? How? Is it because your identity is tied to a cartoon frog? I just don't get it. But the point is, the reason why Pepe and then Turbo and then Wojak and then all this shit does well for a finite period of time. And why does it do well? It's not because there's some kind of intrinsic value toward it. It's because there's hype and people want to be on the hype train. At one point, NBA Top Shot had that hype. NBA Top Shot was that hype train. And I still think it can get it back. That's the most frustrating part. But it can only get it back if people feel like it's scarce and like it's taking off without them. And in current market conditions, it doesn't really feel that way. So at least with the redemptions, if Lakers go up 2-0 or 3-0, and all of a sudden LeBron is $100, there's some hype behind that in like a micro example of this story. If we want macro and get a whole bunch of people back on this platform, well, at least with these quick rips, the reason also why those, in my opinion, were like positive is because there's hype around the fact that, oh, you can potentially make some money, even though it's really little at this point. You're not going to make any crazy gains, but at least you know that you can go and rush in and rip a pack and potentially make a little bit of money. I wish that was even higher. I wish that they sweetened the pot. I wish that, Roham threw in a few soft serve ice cream vouchers in those packs and you get to go and meet him in California and eat soft serve with Roham. I don't know. Make it interesting. Throw some hype in there. Not enough likes on the stream. Get that like and subscribe in on the stream, everybody. And when you watch this on replay, you leave a comment. That's how this works. And when you listen to this on podcast, you leave a review and you say, this was like caramel in my ears listening to this show. It was caramel in my ears, like a bucket of ice cream. You know those these baseball helmets? My ears were like 2 baseball helmets, soft serve, caramel topping. That's what this podcast was. Let's see. Jules put $1,000 on the Lakers to win it all. Ooh, that's a ballsy play, Jules, I got to say. Let's see. Emrod, we have a $200 bet on the Lakers winning the West, pays out $1,200. That's not a terrible bet, Emrod. I mean, my pick is the Nuggets, and they are a very talented team, and who knows? They might sweep the Suns. They might sweep the Suns and have a whole lot of rest, and then I hope you win your bet, so I'm not going to say anything. Brent, Top Shot already had their Pepe moment. Brent, it's hard to disagree with that point. That is absolutely true. Top Shot did have their Pepe moment. Are there any stories of like a shitcoin or an NFT that goes to the moon, crashes back down, and then slowly rises again? Would that be like the Pudgy Penguins? Are you guys familiar? I'm pretty sure the Pudgy Penguins went to the moon, took a dump, came back. Azuki as well went to the moon, took a dump, came back. I mean, even when these NFTs took a dump, though, they were still worth like $80,000. But you get what I'm trying to say. All right, let's see what else we have here. Arovian. I like the crafting challenges for packs idea. Burn 10 extra spice moments for an extra spice S4 pack. As long as it's deflationary, I don't mind it. I mean, I'd prefer that rewards were not more moments, more packs. I think we need to get moments off this platform because of, as Matt Roth has said in the past, it's moment soup or moment salad, whatever he said. Green Curry, I put $500 into Pepe and it turned to 5,000. Oh my God, dude. I'll use the profits to go for the finals legendary set. Green Curry, let me tell you something, man. If you want to go for the finals legendary set, please wait. If we've learned anything, don't buy those moments right when they drop. Please wait. Take several weeks. Wait until it's the off season of the NBA if you're going to put that kind of money into legendaries, because unfortunately history has shown us that those kind of investments into legendaries don't pan out that well. If I were you and you made $5,000 in Pepe, play the percentages. Take a certain percentage, leave it in that shit coin just in case it keeps going up. I don't know. Nobody really knows. Take a certain percentage. You want to bet it on NBA Top Shot, go ahead, do it if that makes you happy. But don't just burn it all onto legendary moments, and definitely don't do it right as they come out. For the love of everything holy, please. You're a loyal only Tan. We got to look out for each other in this chat. All right. Poker Pro Eric likes baseball mini helmets filled with cheese nachos. Green Curry thinks we could save Top Shot by making a Top Shot meme coin. I think you could be right. Martin 23 Kings. Hello, Martin. How are you? He says Pudgy and float coin is a shit coin, is what Poker Pro Eric. I did see on Twitter that we're almost at a year anniversary of the truck flow. The truck of flow. The truckload of flow. Tandy NFTs was there for the Pudgy Penguin drama. Poker Pro says Azuki crashed when they realized the creators were scammers. Yeah, but Azuki's pumping still, Poker Pro. It's incredible that that project came right back. Yeah. And Green Curry says thank you. I sincerely hope so. I sincerely hope you don't get drawn in by the shiny objects of new, shiny, beautiful, legendary moments and hurt yourself that way. These are good comments right here. Roham coin, that's going to the moon. and Trump coin, honestly, that would actually probably do well. Now, taking it on a little tangential, and by the way, I know I've got my tangential drop. I realize though that it's kind of too long. So what if we play it and then stop it? All right. I'll make a new version of it soon, but I thought it was a little too long. But I wanted to talk about shitcoins for just a second with you because I know most people probably don't know too much about this stuff, and I definitely don't. So I asked someone I follow on Twitter to explain to me how they find shitcoins. Because what this guy did is he saw like a Beeple Beeple made a image, right? And he made a joke, and he said something about Turboner. He said something about a shitcoin called Turboner, right? And he then watched and waited for a shitcoin named Turboner to be released. And yes, you're listening to this correctly. Turboner, $TRBNER. He waited for it to be released. He knew someone would do it. As soon as it was released, he put money into this shitcoin, and he like 5x'd really quickly because that's how stupid the space is. And I asked him, well, how do you know, like, how do you even know when these new coins come out? Like, how can you watch it? How do you know? So he told me, and I'm about to teach you all because that's what we do on the show. We teach each other. We look out for each other. We give each other a raincoat when it's raining outside. Here it is. This Twitter account called Crypto News Push, which I've never heard of before. It's not even a huge account either. It's only 4,000 followers. It's like almost the same as mine. Humble, very humble. But if you look at it, there are new shitcoins being released all the time. So I'm going to refresh. And now we're going to take a look. There we go. 2 minutes ago, Pepe Mario. 7 minutes ago, OnlyFans shitcoin. 9 minutes ago, Wojak Chain. 11 minutes ago, Chirp. 14 minutes ago, Poke. 19 minutes ago, Cushy. 31 minutes ago, Feels Bad Man. I don't know what all this other data means, like limit 2%, and then you have the address, I believe, of the shitcoin, and then you go to, I believe, Uniswap, and then you can trade your Ethereum for these shitcoins. But it's out of control. There are literally shitcoins being released every few minutes. So for those of you who made money on one of these shitcoins, you are literally in like the 0.01%. So congratulations to all of you who did make money. And all I would say is you should probably at least take out your initial investment. I know that it's fun to YOLO, but you should probably take out your initial investment. Let me check on the chat. Poker Pro says, I skipped the gym for this. I better get 1 minute of Trump today. All right, we'll have to make sure you get some. Alexo, Pepe Mario, I think he's about to put some money into that. And Arovian, is this how we become pump and dumpers? Yeah. My big red dog says $Ligma. I'm in. Arovian says, fuck it, let's try it. And Tandy NFTs, when Tandy coin. And Top Shot Hotshot said Ben was big into Pepe. He's probably retired now. Well, just luck may have it. Ben, are you back there? Because I did give Ben a link to talk to us about shitcoins. So Ben, if you're back there, show up on the screen and I'll bring you in. Here he is.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, you cut your video, but maybe your video is not. Your Wi-Fi might be weak. Is that why?
Yeah, I'm also outside, so I can show you video, but it's not going to be so aesthetically pleasing as I usually am, Tandy.
Well, maybe that'll be nice looking. People kind of like to see the outdoors, don't they? Look at this guy.
Maybe. How's it going?
Are you waiting for someone to pick you up?
Yeah. I'm waiting for Pepe, the Pepe mobile to come pick me up because I made millions.
Oh shit! So what are you going to do with these newfound millions that you made in Pepe?
Well, first of all, I didn't put any money into Pepe.
You didn't?
No. I put money into Turbo.
Oh, that's right. And then Turbo kind of rugged a little bit and then came back, right? It like dropped a big amount and then came back.
You know, when I sell, I don't really look back. So I'm like checking it, checking it, checking it. Then after I sell, I don't really look to see like what I could have made or what could have happened. I just kind of run.
That's a smart man. Oh, so you did
Yeah.
already sell it.
Yes. Uh huh.
Oh, perfect. All right. See, there you
Yeah.
go, folks. This is what you do. And what was your how did you do on that trade?
3x.
Incredible.
Yep.
Uh,
Shout out to Pack Drip for the tip.
yeah. Did you put like when you put money into a shitcoin, like how much? I guess look, a lot of money is different for everyone, right? But like if you had to consider a unit that you would put into a random stock, like, are you putting like a full unit that you'd go put into a random stock, or like how confident are you when you're putting money into a shitcoin?
I mean, it really depends on the shitcoin. First of all, I haven't done any shitcoin since the bull run. This was my first one in a long time, just because I saw Pepe going nuts, and I figured, let's give this one a shot.
Yeah.
But it really depends, man. Like during the bull run, money was flying everywhere, and so maybe I was a little more reckless.
Yeah.
This one, I just put in $500.
Okay. That's not bad at all, though. I mean, you made $1,000.
Yeah. Well, no, I yeah, made $1,000. Right. So my
Amazing.
math isn't good. I collected Top Shot for a while. So
Do you think are you gonna like jump on the next shitcoin? Like how much longer do you think this shitcoin trend can go?
no, I'm not going to jump on the next shitcoin because it's that lifestyle is not for me. Like continually, because literally these are pump and dumps, right? These aren't valuable long-term investments. I think the original shitcoin was Dogecoin, right? And then was Shiba Inu.
Yeah.
And Shiba, actually, you were looking for a coin that kind of had huge hype, crash and came back up. Shiba actually did that. But that lifestyle really isn't for me. Like you're like nervous and watching your money and continually refreshing the screen. Like that's not really for me. I much prefer like stable long term things.
Okay.
What
That's fair.
what about you, Tandy? What about you? You got the alpha just like me.
I know. I'm too scared. I'm too much of a big puss. I'm a
But
pussy willow.
even for like $100 though,
Yeah, I guess I could have done it for $100 in hindsight.
because that's what I figured. Like you put $100. Sometimes these cryptos 1,000x.
Yeah, and I actually saw Pepe really early, but it's the same as every fucking NFT that you see. It's like, oh, I saw it, but like you can apply that to the 1,000 other ones that all rug. I mean, like we saw recently that Outlaws project. That thing sold out like this, and it's now worth like $5. So like,
right.
I don't know. It's so tough.
But do you enjoy that?
Do I enjoy that these things rug?
No. Do you enjoy this? Like some people like it. Like there's this. I mean, there is a rush. Like, oh my god, I bought this in a 10x, but it's this roller coaster, and some people like it. I personally don't.
I guess there is an element that I like. Like I got a drop for Arbitrum. You remember when people were getting that?
Yeah.
So I got some Arbitrum, not like life-changing money, but I got a little bit of Arbitrum. So I got a little bag. And when it was going up and down, it was definitely exciting. But then I realized that all these crypto, they're actually kind of boring because all they do is they just track Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin goes up, they go up. If Bitcoin goes down, they go down. There's nothing crazy going on here. Like the only ones that do crazy things are like these shit coins.
Right. And that's why Bitcoin is referred to as the daddy of crypto.
It is the daddy of crypto.
Right. And I wonder how much of this is people looking for a hobby.
That's a good question. I don't think.
You know what I mean?
If Bitcoin is the dad, oh, you mean the people trading all the other coins?
Yeah. I mean, how much of this is people looking for something to do?
Oh, I'm sure that is a fair amount of this. I mean, there's people who make YouTube careers just talking about all these other coins, which to me, for those reasons that I mentioned, are kind of ridiculous, unless you are finding these coins that no one else has heard of yet. And then it's just all super, super volatile gambling.
Right.
Yeah. So anyhow, that's my feeling on that. Ben, what about what's going on with the Warriors? You want to talk about the playoffs at all? Should we segue?
Sure. I'm actually kind of bored with the playoffs now, to be honest with you. It
Because they're
just
down
seems
0-1?
no, not because they're down 0-1. Like, we could be down 0-2, and I'd still feel extremely confident we're going to beat the Lakers.
So that's why you're bored, because you're just convinced that the Warriors are going to win?
I'm waiting for the finals. Like, I'm at least waiting for Denver. You know, Denver's really, I feel like, the only threat. I mean, I don't even know who would be a threat in the East. There doesn't really seem to be a threat in the East anymore. So it's really just Denver. I mean, I'm not saying like the Warriors are guaranteed to win, because you can make a case for LeBron and LeBron-led team, but
Yeah.
it just seems like they're not very threatening, the Lakers. I thought the Kings were much more threatening. Did you watch the game?
I didn't. I just watched the highlights. But I mean, AD absolutely went off, and LeBron looked really good. I mean, LeBron was playing off the ball a whole lot, which was a different look. I think Draymond was talking about that. And it's you're starting to feel like the Lakers could potentially pull it off. I mean, if Jordan Poole is going to jack threes from half court, it's possible.
Yeah, of course it's possible. They could pull it off, but I'm just looking at a couple of things. Like, what do the Lakers do that's elite? And it's really one or two things, right? And they're one and the same. It's rim protection, shot blocking, and defense. Really, that's what they're elite at. And then, of course, there's Anthony Davis. But it just seems to me like that seems like something you can solve, right? Other teams like Denver, or even to give Sacramento their respect, it was passing, it was shooting, it was spacing, it was all these different things. It was athleticism, it was conditioning. The Lakers really, they're great rim protectors and they play good D. I don't think that's a tough solve for Golden State. And furthermore, the other thing I'd say is I don't feel like the Warriors get their respect. Like when Shaq and Kobe were winning titles over and over. I know it really wasn't a Twitter age, but didn't really get doubted to the effect that the Warriors get doubted so much when they're the most successful team in the last 20 years. So I don't really get that.
That's a good point. I think something just felt so dominant about Shaq and Kobe. And I'm Curry should feel dominant as well, but something about, I think, the duo that was Shaq and Kobe just felt different. I don't think there's any duo in the league right now that is as imposing as Shaq and Kobe.
Yeah, but what about the trio of Steph, Clay, and Dre? There's literally been no one more successful in the last 15 or 20 years. The only difference is they're not athletically dominant. They're not physically dominant, where Shaq and Kobe very much were. So that would be the only thing I would think of that would cause people not to say that.
Well, I would agree with you that the Warriors are getting or have been getting overlooked this whole year. And I think that that's sort of just continuing on. And maybe it'll continue on until when and if they reach the finals.
Right.
And there goes Ben. Well, Ben, I think your battery must have died. Well, if he joins again, he joins again. If not, maybe he was supposed to get cut off. Maybe that was Roham cutting off his internet. That does seem to happen sometimes on the stream. But good point here by Will. I think he's talking about, there's Ben again. I think he's talking about the NBA though, Will, not the NFL. Boston's glad that he's gone. Oh, he's back. Here he is.
Thanks, Boston Base. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, even if you want to go to NFL, yeah, the Patriots also, that would be another team. But it would be them and the Patriots, right? I mean, the Spurs and the Lakers, that was, the decades before. So I don't know. I just feel like they keep getting shafted, which is fine because that motivates them. I don't know if it was any coincidence how Malik Monk started talking shit in Game 6. Oh, we knew we could run them. They're old. And then all of a sudden they come out with a dominant Game 7. So I'm just not really worried about the Lakers because unless you fully trust Anthony Davis as a NBA superstar to be consistent, which I don't on the health front and up here, I don't really see it as an issue. The Lakers as an issue.
Yeah. I mean, there's always that glimmer of hope or glimmer, like a Lakers fan would have a glimmer of hope about Anthony Davis because he can be so absolutely dominant. So if he can just string together another, 8 or 12 games of not getting injured, then the Lakers could win the NBA title.
Right. I just don't really see it, I don't really see it because I don't
see it either, just because of how much of a untrustworthy team they've been from the beginning of the season, really until nearly the end of the season. I mean, when we were doing some playback streams, I was watching them cough up like 30-point leads. Like they were a terrible team, but somehow they've put the pieces together at just the right time.
Right. They've totally remade their team, so credit to them. They're a very good team, but I don't know. They have a rookie head coach. They have LeBron is still very good, but he's past his prime. They have a superstar when he plays and he's right, Anthony Davis. But beyond that, you're depending on a lot of guys that for their career have been pretty not dependable, like D'Angelo Russell, right? I mean, are you depending on Rui Hachimura to show up every game? Like that's the problem, and that's what you see. That's what you ran into in the Kings series, is that those guys in a 7-game playoff series will disappear, the supporting cast. But Golden State, this is why these guys are champions. They show up all the time, and they've done it.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to disagree there. They've had the history of the recent years, and they just keep winning. And it'll be really interesting though to see what happens tonight. I mean, if they drop a second game, I don't know. We'll see what happens to that redemption. I mean,
it's like the whole game. Well, I want to get to the redemption in a second, but it's like the whole game they're fucking around. They're not really taking it seriously. And then, like in the last 3 minutes, they go on a 14-0 run, right? And then they barely lose the game. So they're just kind of like, I don't know. But they just don't really take it that seriously, like until their back is legitimately against the wall, and then they try, which is not a great attitude to have, but it is what it is. But I do have a question for you about redemptions.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, Curry has a redemption, right? And it's like out of 2,300. So if the Warriors advance...
Mm-hmm. Sorry, go ahead.
So if the Warriors advance, what then happens to his redemption?
The redemption, well, some of them will get burned. People will exchange them for the next round. Some of them, some people will redeem the round 1 for the round 2.
Okay, so I have the option of keeping the one against Sacramento. I can turn it in for the one against the Lakers.
You can turn it into the one against the Lakers. However, if you think that the Warriors are going to win the NBA championship, then you're going to need all these moments at the end if you want to get the championship reel. So
I gotcha.
That's a strategic play that you got to play. And not only that, but if you think the Warriors are going to win the whole thing, you need every single moment that was minted in the playoffs plus an unused redemption moment. So some people are holding on to these unused redemption moments because they think there might be a mad scramble for them at the end when people like either don't realize that they needed one or they just sort of thought they didn't need to hold on to them for whatever reason. So it's pretty interesting. And it's also pretty interesting to watch the price of these things jump or drop depending on how the players are going.
So if I have a Nets redemption moment, that could be used at the end.
A Nets? No, the Nets. You had to use it after round 1 when they lost, and now if you're still holding on to like a Nick Claxton, cool looking redemption moment with his white eyeballs on the moment or whatever, then that's all it is now. It's just an unused redemption ticket, and you're not going to be able to redeem it for anything, and it's just going to behave like any other Nick Claxton moment. So there's no play type on it if you want it for fantasy purposes. But you can throw it into a challenge or do something like that.
So I need a Warriors redemption moment for the Warriors title, an unused one.
Correct. And one of each player. So Steph, Clay, wild card.
Got it.
Yeah.
I see.
Breaking news, the Nets have been eliminated. Yeah. So the Kraken says, you're giving too much credit to the users. Most redemptions are held because they didn't get it. Well, that's what I asked Steve last week, because Steve thought that people did get it because more people had redeemed for the losing teams, I should say. So I'd say that was correct. But I'll say the same thing I said last week, which was that I do still think there's a fair amount of people who are holding on to those redemptions because they didn't know any better.
Yeah, I mean, I had no clue what was going on. I had no clue what was going on. It's complicated. That's complicated, bro. Like, I got to keep these 3. I got to turn in this 1. I got to do, like, I don't need that. I mean, for hardcore collectors, I can see it's a great thing. But, bro, I want to click. I want to point. I want to, like, I don't want too much.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. There is a little bit of a learning curve. But at the end of the day, this is what we need. We need if people don't get it and it still results in a whole lot less supply, then that's fine. I don't care. If people don't get it, great. That's if
Right.
it helps the platform overall, that's what matters the most.
Right.
Um,
And I'm not the typical collector anymore. So
right. So yeah, Green Curry says I get it, and I still forgot to redeem some. So let's see. Anything else? Did you buy any of those packs in the app?
I'm not downloading the app, bro.
Are you scared they're gonna steal your information?
No, because like I'm on TikTok. You know what I mean? So like if I'm not scared about information stealing, it's just that like I'm not giving Dapper any more of my fucking bandwidth. You know what I mean? Like what am I getting out of the app? These $3 packs? Like what did you get out of it?
There was a $3 pack and a $20 pack. The $20 pack had a guaranteed rare.
And did you do it?
No, I did buy 3 of the $3 packs. I didn't actually realize there was a $20 pack at first.
Mm-hmm. And why did you buy the $3 pack?
Because you had 11% chance at a rare for 3 moments. So it's like the worst you can do is technically break even.
So did you get a rare?
Nope.
So did you break even?
I suppose, even though these moments are kind of a liquid, but that's kind of why I stopped, honestly. Because like I didn't want $51 moments to have to then try and sell. Or, I mean, like if we had amazing trade ticket use, then I feel like I'd feel more comfortable. But it's annoying trying to sell these things one at a time.
Like
Matt's
also.
not happy.
Which Matt?
Matt Roth. He's like, what are you doing? Stick to the marketplace. I know, because Matt doesn't buy packs. And Matt, I understand what you're saying, Matt, but it's like, I don't know. If you have a really good opportunity, which I thought it was, but after buying 3 of them, I sort of changed my tune.
You know what was my calculation?
Yeah.
My calculation was, okay, so they're telling you get, so in the $20 pack, they're telling you get a guaranteed rare. A guaranteed rare these days is like $30.
Not even.
Not even, right?
No, the Jeff Green rare that was in that pack is selling for $10.
Right? So it's like I get a guaranteed rare. That didn't make me jump. You're guaranteeing me I would get a $10 moment maybe? Like that doesn't do anything for me.
Well, the range was I think 10 to around 40-ish. So you could get a $40.
Still,
you could 2x.
You could, but you're more than likely to get shit. You know? So I've been trying, dude, I've been trying recently because like we said, we all need hobbies and like I love basketball. So I've been like, I keep trying to go on the site. Like I'll go on the site and I'll be like, do I really want any of this stuff? And I'll look at it and it's just, I keep coming up no every single time I try to go on. I'm like, do I want any of this? And it's just like, no, I don't.
And I remember there was a time that you were very like strangely bullish. I remember that this is during like dips and you're like, I don't know, guys, I really feel like buying some of these moments. So what were you thinking back then? And how has that thinking changed?
Well, the thinking has changed.
Because that was during, like I said, that was during times when there was a whole lot of FUD on the timeline.
Well, I think the thinking changes comes with knowledge, right? So when you have a certain amount of information, you kind of base your decisions on the information you have at the time. And as more and more information was presented to me, even stupidly so, because part of me was so in love with it, and that clouded my judgment a little bit. But then when you get hit over the head with a shovel like 30 times in a row, and it took me too long, you finally realize like, this is not it. But that's just like, so that's like on the financial side, because like if people are still enjoying it now, then that's fantastic, and they should continue to do that. But on the non-financial side, I try to go in there and I try to look at it and as like a consumer and think, can I find this attractive somehow? And I somehow can't. And I mean, it must be related to financial. And I don't know what your experience has been, buying moments, if you've experienced that or not.
Well, I'm like you, where I have a very strong financial tie-in to these moments. I think that like when there's the financial side is doing well, we convince ourselves that it's about something else. We're like, oh no, this NFT is totally worth it because the art's so cool, man. So cool. And then if that NFT rugs, you're like, well, that was a mistake. And I think that there's probably an element of that that when financially it's doing well, or it still feels fresh enough in recent history that things were doing well, or that you had some hope about something, then you can like convince yourself to make purchases of any NFT, Top Shot included.
Yeah.
But I think that I'm like you and a lot of other people that are just kind of waiting for like a big signal. And so far, I like a lot of what's happening on the platform, but that doesn't necessarily equate to me thinking I better go buy hundreds of dollars of moments. Like I can enjoy the platform and show my support in different ways. I can make content about Top Shot, which I do. I can, share my positive opinion and stuff like that. Like it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go buying stuff. I think you gotta do what you feel good about.
And I wonder how much of the component is emotional as well, right? Because like I looked at the Steph Curry. So like I'm still going on the site. That's the thing. I'm still going on the site. I buy packs from time to time. But so they're doing something right in the fact that I'm still going on the site. And I looked at that Steph Curry reel for his 50-point game 7, the most in NBA history by an absolute freaking legend. So I was still going on the site and I thought to myself, wow, well, let me consider this Steph Curry moment. But when I look at the reel, I don't feel the way I used to when I first got on. And the second thing is, I'm looking at that price, but I'm saying, you know what? Why should I even buy this? It's just going to go down.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so I don't know if that can ever be solved, or if that's just me, or.
I mean, the only way that that's going to get solved is if they find some way. I mean, I don't see how they can save prices from like S2, S3. That's a really tough one for me to see, the end of the light at the end of the tunnel. Part of when they did this redemption stuff and kind of disregarded the past playoff set stuff, that told me that I feel like they're really trying to turn the page. Like they want to kind of reset, and they've said that in the past. They want to like reset and sort of restart the game in a way. And I think that if that's the case, then it might mean that like the money making opportunities, if that's what you're interested in doing, are like S5 and forward. Because if they figure out supply and they figure out hype and they figure out like how to release less supply depending on demand and make packs hard to get and whatever, well, that's going to be an S5. That's not going to, how's that going to have a positive effect on S2, S3, and S1? Because Tandy NFT said the S1 prices are so low, and they're so low right now. It's hard to believe.
Right. Let me ask you a NBA question real quick. What series have you been following the closest?
The Celtics.
Okay, and then what are your thoughts on a couple of questions for you? Number one, are you worried about your coach and the fact that he's a rookie and he seems to be a little out there in the way he answers his questions? Question two, do you think that Philly, like how do you explain Philly losing when Embiid comes back? Let's tackle those two.
Yeah, so the second question is a great question. And I think that when Embiid's on the floor, it totally changes the way they play. I think that their play slows down. Obviously, Harden is no longer like the primary scorer. They're not a small, faster lineup anymore. There's a lot of Embiid like trying to get to the line, flopping all over the floor. And that just, to me, that just looks like a different style of play. And it just seems like a style of play that the Celtics potentially match up better with. Because you have like Al Horford on the floor, and Al Horford can like bully a big man on the floor. Like Embiid is not like a very fast guy. Like Al Horford can keep up with him. He can stay on him. So yeah, I think that they may even play better when Embiid's on the floor. But on the other
floor,
hand,
you mean off the floor or on the floor?
No, the Celtics play better when Embiid's on the floor. Potentially.
Okay. But dude, are you crazy? Embiid's the MVP. Like, how dare you say that?
Yeah, I know, right? You're not allowed to say that, but
well, you're not allowed to have controversial NBA takes. I said Giannis can't shoot. First of all, you made fun of the way I pronounced his name. Giannis. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Secondly, I said the guy can't fucking shoot. But people like were in their fucking feelings about it. He cannot shoot, especially for a superstar. Now I'm gonna tell you something else about Embiid. He clogs up the offense. When Embiid's on the floor, they go one-on-one. It's a Joel Embiid show. That's not to say that other things about him aren't true, that he's a freaking dominant force on the court, but he changes their offense. And now I'm not saying that, so it's pretty much exactly what you said. Like, I'm not saying they're better without him. I'm just saying that in today's NBA, you need five. Look at the Kings and Warriors series, right? You need five legitimate players on the court that can pass, shoot, and defend. And if you're running your offense through a singular player, unless he's LeBron or Steph, it's an issue.
Yeah, I think you're right. And,
especially a big man.
And he still seemed I almost felt like he got announced as the MVP and felt like he had to go out and play in a way.
Right.
Like I wonder if he was still playing somewhat injured.
Right.
But also, like, Harden played his damn ass off in game one. Like, the Celtics looked really good in game one. Like, the eye test, the Celtics looked very good. They were passing the ball, moving off the ball, driving to the lane, getting to the line, etc., hitting their threes. Tatum look aggressive, you know, and those games that they lose, it's like Tatum all of a sudden looks like a scared little puppy dog sometimes. But then they still managed to lose that game. And I thought, holy shit, if they lose that game, how are they going to win this series? But now, obviously, the tide turns.
Dude, what about my first question to you is what do you think? Are you worried about your rookie head coach?
At sometimes I am. But at the same time, we've had some amazing runs with our rookie head coach. So I don't know, man. I feel like sports, your opinion literally can change with the wind, just depending how they just played the last couple of games. And my team's the best, my team's dog shit. Like, I mean, people were potentially calling him like the head coach of the year in the first few weeks of the season. He was playing incredibly well. The Celtics were like the best team in the world on paper in decades. And so some of that you have to give props to the head coach. But I do get concerned when there are some examples, for example, like he doesn't call a timeout late in the game. He lets another team go on a huge run. Like, there are some of those decisions that I don't quite understand, but you know.
Okay, so before I got to go real quick, but before I go, I want to get your prediction on every series remaining. So Denver, Phoenix, and why?
Okay. I think Denver closes it out. I think that they're just the hotter team right now. I mean, I haven't paid too much attention to those games, but they are beating them pretty easily, it seems like.
But they have Kevin Durant. He's the best player in the world, Tandy.
Yeah, but again, it's another matchup issue. So I think Kevin Durant was like ice cold the last couple games. And if I had to guess, like, I don't know who was guarding him or why he's playing so badly, but I think that Jokic also has like a chip on his shoulder. He probably could have made an argument that Jokic is the MVP and he just got robbed. He should be a 3-time MVP. And they just seem to be the better team. So
I think Denver.
Give it to them. Yeah. And also, we talked about this, by the way, we talked about this before, which is sometimes you build a team late, a player goes to a team late and they don't quite gel the way that you're hoping that they will. So perhaps that has something to do with it too.
And Golden State, LA, what's your prediction? And come strong, baby. Come strong and tell me why.
Well, I want the Warriors to lose.
Okay. I love it.
Man, I don't know. Like, I guess common sense tells you the Warriors are going to win. That's what I thought this whole time. When before game one, I thought, how do the Lakers beat the Warriors? Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. But shit, man, if I really have to guess.
Yep. You got about $1,000 on Pepe riding on this on this decision. Golden State or LA? What's the first thing that comes to your head?
I guess if I have a gun to my head, I probably have to say the Warriors.
Yes, that's right. You're saying the Warriors because they are the best team. Those three guys have won more playoff games, more championships than anybody in the NBA right now outside of LeBron James. And until they get knocked off their perch, they're the champs. Someone's going to have to beat them. Someone's going to have to beat them. You know what I'm trying to say? To give the other team, like, oh, Lakers going to win. Why? Lakers in 6. Why? These are defending champions.
Yeah. I think because people point to the fact that again, this is a problem that all year long, there's this narrative that the Warriors can't win on the road. And then
Right.
all of a sudden the playoffs start and they win on the road. It's like,
Right.
well, then what the hell is the point of the regular season then? If these
Right.
teams can
Well,
just lollygag, well, what's the
right.
point?
Okay, so Boston, Philly, you have Boston, obviously, right?
Yeah, Boston in 5.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay. Okay. And then New York, Miami, who do you have?
Well, I see in the chat I'm going to get in trouble if I don't choose the Knicks. I think with Jimmy Butler potentially being injured, if he's
Uh-huh.
injured, I think the Knicks win. I mean, that's an easy
Got
pick.
it.
But like, how
Right.
could the Heat possibly win if they don't have Jimmy Butler? Like that just
Right.
seems impossible.
Okay, so we're going Knicks, Celtics, Eastern Conference Final. We're going Warriors, Denver, Western Conference Final. And that's where my confidence drops a little bit because Denver's very good and they'll be mile high. So,
Right.
all right, man, good to know. We'll have to check back in next round.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what else we got.
I gotta run.
I know you got to run. Keep on running. It sounds like you're enjoying the great outdoors. You got the right idea. Look at this guy. This guy knows how to walk. Get those steps in.
Gotta get the steps in, baby. All right, man. I'll see you later.
All right, see ya. All right, so Ben's getting those steps in. I'll catch up with some of the chat now. Let's see what we got here. The Kraken likes Denver in 4. Trump loves low minch. I love low minch, Poker Pro. I wonder, should I try to get my Trump filter? Like that app stopped getting updated, so now when I try to use it, it like doesn't work. I can't see what I'm choosing, so I got to go in here. All right, I think I got it. And this is just for Poker Pro because he said he's skipping the gym for this. So here you go, Poker Pro. Let's do a little Trumpy just for Poker Pro. I love low mints. You know what else I love? I love strawberries. I love strawberries. They're shipped to me. I love strawberries. I love low mints. I love mints. Let's see what else we have here in the chat. The playoff Jimmy. The Kraken thinks playoff Jimmy's coming back. They just mailed the last one and will come back with the hammer. Kraken, I think you might be incorrect, unfortunately. I think that playoff Jimmy, he hurt his ankle. It's going to be huge. It's going to be swollen. Going to be like a big softball. Big softball of an ankle. Let's see what else we got here. Jules saying this is too much. Too much, Jules, or not enough? I'll tell you what, I think it's not enough, Jules. I think we need more Trumpy on this stream. I think the people love Trumpy. Budavan's asking me a question. I'm going to Vegas soon. Why should I stay in the Trump Tower? Well, Budavan, the Trump Tower is the greatest bed bugs you've ever seen. Big, beautiful bed bugs. They will suck the blood out of your legs and toes. And let me tell you, you're going to feel very good after that. It's going to be a wonderful... Some people say I have the greatest bed bugs in all of Las Vegas. And let me tell you something. We have the greatest showers as well. You can set them to golden. You can use great bed bugs, and the buffet is all you can eat crab legs. That's what we recommend every morning. We love it. Ryan White thinks the Warriors won't beat LA and Denver. I think you're a smart man, Ryan White. I think that the Warriors will lose to Denver. They'll lose because they're losers. Poker Pro. There's no casino, so they put all their money into the service and comfort. That's correct. I put all my money into service and comfort. Bed bugs that come to your room and ask you if you need room service. Bed bugs that wash you, they wash you down. We have the greatest bed bugs, golden bed bugs, wonderful bed bugs. And that's what we do on this show, and we talk about bed bugs. All right, there goes Trumpy. I had to give that for Poker Pro Eric. He said he'd skip the gym. He had to get a little bit Trumpy. We had to give him some. Let's do a duck race, actually. So if you want to do a duck race, you got to like and subscribe. Got to make sure you're liked and subscribed to see some new names. QA Expert, I want you to win this moment, but you got to like and subscribe, QA Expert. Like and subscribe. I'm going to get the duck race going in the back. So this is always a little more of a pain in the ass because I now have to open up Nightbot. We're going to open up Nightbot. Hopefully it's working. And then you're going to all have to say something in the chat. So Let's see if I can figure this out. Let's see if we can make it work. So if you want to win, I know I have a Steph Curry parallel that Green Curry donated a while back. So quack it in the chat and we will give away the Steph Curry parallel. So Boston based he enjoyed that. He said that was something. I think that means he loved it. And QA expert, make Top Shot great again. So let's get some quacks in the chat. Green Curry wants to win his moment back. Let's see if it's working. Is it working? Yes. Okay, it's working. So we have 13 of you in there, although there are 36 of you live. So if you are watching and you have this on a different tab, come back to this tab and quack in the chat so I can get you in the duck race. We'll let it run a little bit longer, and then we will get you in here because we see that number steadily rising. We got about half of you in there right now. So let's see. Boston Bay says, I'm working the bubble gun outside. Is that for your child, Boston Base? That's very nice. Good dad. It's a nice father. How about we do a little strawberry eating while we wait? A little mukbang. Should we do mukbang? Can I like scratch the strawberry? Can you hear the strawberry? Can you hear it on the microphone? Good strawberry. Ryan's starting to get worried that we lost Tandy forever. No, never, Ryan. That can never happen. We got 21. All right, I'm going to keep letting it run. I'm going to keep letting it run because you guys are continually putting your quacks in the chat. So keep it up. I'm going to keep eating strawberries, and we're going to turn this into an ASMR stream. You know, we got to make sure that people will still tune in. There's a lot of people that like ASMR, right? We can't guarantee that people are going to want to talk about Top Shot forever. So we got to continue to like expand our reach. This is an ASMR stream now. Should we do Trump ASMR? Hello there. This is Trump. Turn the lights off. I'm sitting across from you in my Trump robe. I haven't washed it in a very long time. I'll be honest, it doesn't smell very good. But I'm going to eat this grape. Green Curry, you want to join the stream? You can join the stream. But that's going to be a pain for me because I'm going to have to copy this and go find you on Twitter. And let's see, can I find you Green Curry quickly enough? Where is he? Oh, there he is. That's easy. All right. Green Curry, your wish has been granted. The new Nick Avocado. Do you guys know who Nick Avocado is? That's a tangential. Nick Avocado is a big boy. He's very fat. Tandy gaining more users per week than Top Shot. Oh boy. It's a Chinese grape. That's right. I only open the best Chinese grapes. These are individually wrapped and they come straight from China. China. It is a Chinese grape. I call it a Chinese grape because it's from China. When hardcore optical, I should say. Wouldn't you like to know? Wouldn't you like to know? That's for me to know and for you to find out, pal. You want to know when hardcore? You better go buy a few of those Trump NFTs and you'll get utility and I'll let you know when hardcore's coming, but only for the people who buy Trump NFTs. Otherwise, nothing. You get jack shit, pal. All right. I see Green Curry. Hello, Green Curry.
What's up, Tandy?
We got a little Warriors fan in there, so I guess you must be thinking the Warriors are going to win.
Yep. It's hard for me to imagine that we're going to lose when all we do is win.
Yeah, I know, right?
I've been watching the Warriors my entire life, and
It's like
we
the
get doubted
Patriots.
every single series. We get doubted, and somehow they find a way to win. So
What
until
would
we
you
lose-
think as a Warriors fan? Why do you think they lost game one?
I think the Lakers are big. I think that's going to cause some problems. I do think this is a tough series. I wanted Memphis, but I think they can make adjustments, find a way to get it done.
Yeah,
Keep the Lakers shooting on the outside.
that's true. I'm surprised that the Lakers could beat them with such shitty 3-point shooting.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we got to get to the line. 6 free throws. That's on us to drive more. But I think that there was a lot of apprehension about AD. There was one play where I think it was Andrew Wiggins had a layup and he just felt AD behind him and he decided not to put up the layup.
Yeah. It's like they become different players in the playoffs. All of a sudden, Anthony Davis becomes Pelicans Anthony Davis.
Right.
All right, let's see here. Kraken says Warriors were burnt out. They'll be just fine. Yeah, I think Kraken thinks Warriors in 6, so there you go. And the fact that Wiggins, by the way, is playing as well as he is incredible because he was away from the team like almost the entire year, which again just shows us how much the regular season means nothing. And we have a question for you, Curry. Do you F with Miss Rachel? I think that must mean do you show your child Miss Rachel videos?
I don't know who Miss Rachel is. Somebody fill me in on that.
It's some show on YouTube where she educates your children.
Okay, so my older 2 kids have been raised on Blippi.
You're a Blippi. I find Blippi kind of irritating.
He's weird and annoying, but my kids love him. And
yeah,
my son was Blippi for Halloween. He kind of looks like him. He has a big personality like Blippi. He can pull it off.
All right. Well, I guess
my daughter wears Draymond Green jersey. She's 4. She wears a Draymond Green jersey to school once a week.
Oh my gosh! Wow, yeah. Super fan of Draymond Green. Yeah. Yes, we can let it slide because you're literally there.
If I win this, we'll give out a rare.
Oh my gosh! You hear that, guys? You should be rooting for Green Curry to win. He's going to give out a rare.
We'll give it to the last place person if I get first place,
and not a Jeff Green one from these $3 packs.
I got the Jeff Green one yesterday. Yeah, it's going to be the Jeff Green one.
All right. Well, there you go.
All right, we'll do it. Last place, Jeff Green.
All right. So if Green Curry wins, last place gets Green.
No, even Green. If I lose, we'll give.
Look at that! What a generous guy here.
Give Jeff Green to last place.
So there you go. $10 rare to the last place. That's still very generous. They're still giving away a rare. So here we go. Let's see it. Let's do a little shuffle. Let's make sure this isn't rigged. Who's got this big nose? Are they going to have an advantage? Let's see. Here we go. Well, there's Trump Duff down there. That's who is that? Is that Budave? No, that's not. So Optical, I think he's won before. Optical is one of the few that have won before. Green Curry, there you go. He's in first place, but it's a little too early. It's never a good sign. I think it's only like once have I seen someone come back from getting in first early. So Ryan and the Knicks fan Ryan is in the front. He's tied up with Will DiTilio, but Poker Pro, I have a feeling Poker Pro is going to make a run here. Poker Pro is in his Knight's Guard outfit, a British knight. What is it? A British guard outside the palace. Here we go. Are the Knicks going to make a run? Go Grizz. Go Grizz wants it. But here comes Boston based. Is Optical going to come back? No, someone from out of nowhere. QA expert out of nowhere. Wow. First time I think we've seen Batman ever won, but congratulations to QA expert. You have won the race. And let's see who came in last place. Who's going to get that Jeff Green? The Kraken. There you go. The Kraken. The Kraken was a guest on the show last week. It pays to be an the Kraken. So Kraken, we need your Top Shot name, and then we need QA experts Top Shot name. So QA expert, and then the Kraken. You can give your name in the chat, and Green Curry will
Okay,
hook
I'll
you up.
send it right over to him. So if I could get that name.
Well, that's very kind of you. It pays
You
to
see that,
watch
see that
dating.
dog right there? What? Oh, it's Mirror Image over there. That dog. So that dog is named Pepe. I've had him for 12 years.
Oh
His
my
name is
gosh.
Pepe. And so when I saw the Pepe meme coin, I bought some because my dog's name is Pepe. And I could have bought some even way earlier, but I
Yeah, I
waited.
think that's what we can all say. But like at the
Yeah.
same time, you've seen a bunch of other shit coins, or I would imagine you have. I mean, I know Wojak was one, and like I mean, I don't know what those are doing.
Gensler, yeah.
So you could have bought those too, right?
Yeah. But you know, one thing about the overall crypto space, it behaves exactly like Top Shot. You can learn a lot from the crypto space by being in Top Shot, in that there's only so much money going around, and it's going to the new shiny thing, right? And so these meme coins are popping off right now, and if you look at NFT volume, nobody's buying or selling NFTs. And so it's all the NFT degens putting all their money into these meme coins.
So where do you think it's going to cycle to next? Do you think it's going to just be more meme coins, or do you think because before this it was like Nakamigos, which went up to like almost an ETH, and now that's down to like 0.2, which is still higher than I thought it would be, honestly.
Right.
But now it's shit coins. What's next? What's after this?
Yeah, that's what you got to be on. That's why you got to really be on top of it, right? And
aren't you surprised though that the shit coins are popping off? Like because when Nakamigos started popping off, I thought, how is this even possible? How are PFPs popping off? I thought this was over. And then like the Outlaws popped off, rugged. Now it's
the thing is, there's always gonna be something else, and people are gonna look for that, you know, life-changing wealth that they can get overnight. That's what everybody's in it for, right? And so there's always gonna be new stuff created, and if you just hold on, believing that, you know, what you have is gonna be, you know, the ultimate thing, it's probably just gonna trickle down over time, just like my Top Shot account.
Exactly. Because I think that a lot of the people who believe in Top Shot believe that, well, over time Top Shot's going to win, and that's what's important. And it's why all of us didn't buy Bored Apes. And why would you buy a Bored Ape when you can have a NBA licensed product, officially NBA licensed product? And even Roham made a tweet about it. There's only going to be this many Kevin Durant's, and like, you know, it's more rare than a Bored Ape if you think about it. But I don't know, because the question is, if this space is the way it appears, which like it's always just playing hot potato, then how will an old thing become the new hot potato? It was shiny back then. Is it really going to be shiny again? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it'll never go back to what it was. But I mean, if there's more users, I think that you know, the way NFTs works is kind of crazy, and that sometimes it seems like it can never pop off. But all it needs is a few people to sweep the floors, right? And then FOMO sets in, and things appear to be a lot more valuable than they actually are, just because the floor got swept. And I think that it could happen. That Top Shot could have its moment again. I mean, possibly, maybe not, but
yeah, no, I think you're right.
No bull run if a bunch of people make money off meme coins and cycle it in.
And when you think about the fact that there still are, I mean, obviously the active users are nowhere near what they used to be, but there still are a lot of active users, comparatively speaking. I mean, through all the downtimes and everything, there's still like a solid 5,000 to 8,000 maybe of people that are actually buying, and that's kind of impressive when you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what is overall NFT market right now, about 7,000 people. So we're equal to the overall NFT market.
Exactly.
That's pretty big.
Let's catch. Yeah, exactly. There's something to be said about that.
All right, Tandy, I think I gotta run because I gotta go.
Well, appreciate you jumping on. Appreciate you supporting the stream. And take care. All right, we'll let Green Curry go. He's got to take care of his kid. We're almost at an hour and a half. I actually thought that this would just be like a casual, maybe 45 minutes. Then maybe we'd even try playback again, but I haven't done any playback recently. Someday we'll do it again. let's just work through the last of these comments and we'll call it a night. And I will get Iran1. That's QA expert. You see what happens? You come to the show, you get to listen to strawberries being eaten, you get to win moments. That's what it's all about. Boston Base is a real believer. He's a stan. He buys into this platform quite a lot. And he thinks that you got to let the dust settle from 2021, let some time pass, show some stability, and the new users might come. Well, I think that's kind of what we all think that are still here. Let's see. Anything else here? Kraken, the Top Shot needs rules and 70% circulation. Correct? 100%. Under promise, over deliver. No one knows what Top Shot wants to be, and we float until they demolish S2 and S3 and have smart rules. Yeah, they definitely have to somehow make S2 and S3 great again, right? PokerPro Eric thinks I'm the problem. The people obsessed with 2021 are the ones holding Top Shot back. You know, the problem, PokerPro, though, is so many people came here in 2021 because they believed in this thing. They've lost a lot of money since then, and now they're emotionally tied to this platform. They know the potential. They're emotionally tied to the fact that their investment went down. And it's like, if you want to get rid of all those people, I think you're going to lose a lot of people on this platform. Boston Base do playback. It's just a little late. I got to do it again. I got to try to do it again earlier on another day. I think my sleep is more valuable. Let's see. Anything else? Alexa wants more playback. Maybe next week. If I do it, I'm going to go to sleep like too late. Kraken's Top Shot name, if you're still watching, Curry, is _Kraken. It's right here. And PokerPro thinks the people that are emotional are the problem. Well, they're the problem, but they're also like the most loyal users. So if you're going to get rid of your most loyal users, that might be another problem, won't it? Groat, once legendaries fall to $50, how much Top Shot will be selling packs for? Overminting is costing Dapper as well as us. Well, that's a good point. However, they're still making hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. So doesn't seem to be hurting them too bad. All right. Let's see. QA expert, when Nick B505, he could jump on one day. Nick B505 is actually a good option for playback, to be honest, because that's like a wild time. Just get everyone on there. Just get everyone on there doing everything, having a party. There you go. Boston Base is offering a free ticket to anyone who wins a duck race. Extra ticket to the Celtics game in Philly if anyone is local. I wish I could make it. That's going to be a great game. And PokerPro saying the Top Shot app packs only. The Top Shot app only packs sold out yesterday. Why would they cut supply? Top Shot users always sell out packs. Exactly. They always sell out packs. And that's about it. Let's see what Ryan sent me a giveaway. You see, this is what happens. You guys don't let me leave. All right. Let me go see what Ryan just sent me. Let's go take a look. What did Ryan send me? Ryan sent me a Dennis Schroeder rippled. Who wants it? Who wants a Dennis Schroeder rippled for your pleasure? Let's just do an easy one. Unless you guys, I feel like an easy one is good, because then go ahead and do it and you can win your moment nice and quick. Giveaway. All right. We're going to call this one Dennis. Dennis the Menace. Right? Is that even how he spells his first name? Yeah, it is. All right. So if you want to win a Dennis Schroeder rippled for your pleasure, just enter hashtag Dennis into the chat. There you go. Top Shot Tesla's sending $5 to the stream. Thank you, Top Shot Tesla. Very kind of you. And you're saying no way out of Top Shot. It's like the mob. Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. That's how it goes, doesn't it? And tomorrow my wife's going to be like, "Why were you up so late? What's wrong with you?" I was giving away a Dennis Schroeder rippled for your pleasure. You wouldn't understand. And then I just slam the door shut and I go put my emo hair to the side. You wouldn't understand. All right, we got some Dennis Schroeder lovers. 15 of you. I'll leave that open for a couple more seconds. Should be like, why were you up so late? What were you doing? Like,
hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
I just love that clip. Let's see. It's Star Wars Day. Give moment away. Yoda did. That's true. Top Shot Yoda. I'm up so late making money on Top Shot. Oh yeah, that's what I do. The judge said you ghosted him after his appearance on the show. What? What is he talking about? That's not true. How's that true? Was he trying to talk to me on Discord where like I miss all my notifications? Otherwise, that's not true. Listen, the judge has my cell phone number, okay? If he wants to talk, if he wants to reach me, he can reach me. He's just trying to make drama. That's what the judge does. Dennis fumbled that bag. Absolutely. Boston-based Star Wars Day makes me hate Star Wars. Christmas makes me hate Santa Claus. Poker Pro's still bitter about Judgy. AG's here for the gangbang. Listen, it's a little late, AG. Everyone left. The room smells terrible. Let's see. Dennis. Who's going to win Dennis? AG, you want to win Dennis? Get hashtag Dennis in there. Jesus. Get hashtag Dennis in there, and someone is going to walk away with a Dennis Schroeder rippled for your pleasure layup. Numbered 1738. All right, I appreciate that, AG. All right, here we go. Let's see who wins it. Who's going to win Dennis Schroeder? Who is going to win? Optical, who has one of those skull skeletons, those hard rock skeletons. That's another NFT that people were trying to say was something special and then probably is worth $5 now. Because it's not a shiny object, right? We really dove deep into the shiny object syndrome of NFTs tonight. I'm proud of us all. I'm proud of us. We definitely got into the tangentials. Optical wins all the time. It's completely rigged, I should say. When roadmap, way to diss his PFP. I know, right? Hey, my PFP is also down about 1,000%. Rippled for Optical's pleasure. TS Optical. There we go. Everyone loves a little rippled for your pleasure moment. Kraken is waiting for those historical rules. Poker Pro Eric only wants liquid explosions. Boo Devane saying it's rigged, and Boston Bay says mine is steady. I already forgot the joke. Oh, it's your profile picture. Is it steady? That's good. Is it liquid? That's the other question. So I think we'll close out with a strawberry bite. You know, if I was a beautiful woman eating a strawberry, there wouldn't be 30 of you in this chat. There'd probably be 3,000. But I can't talk about that too much because last time I did, I got in trouble. So we're not going to talk about that. But we are going to say thank you for all being here. I appreciate it. This is the way. The Tandalorians know that this is the way. We spend some time together. We eat some strawberries. What are we talking about? A roadmap. What are you talking about, dude? I don't know what Poker Pro. What are you talking about? You want a roadmap about what? Show some skin. You like that? It's a little arm. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure what Poker Pro Eric's talking about, but we definitely ate some strawberries. Yeah, he's mixing streams again. And oh, is this about Top Shot? Is it like a roadmap that never dropped? Is that what happened? I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on. I have no clue. It's late. But appreciate you all, really. Thank you for hanging out. And I'll see you again next week. I think we're going to have a special guest. Keep your eyes peeled. It'll be a big one. And in the meantime, let's take a look at our t-shirt. And have a great rest of the day. Go Celtics. Let's go Celtics. Hopefully the next time I talk to you, the Celtics have won the series, if that's possible. I'm not sure, but let's go Celtics. All right. See you guys. Bye.
Static Selector.